You're standing at a crossroads in your life, heart pounding, when Jesus speaks, and the signs hit you like lightning in a storm. It's not just a feeling. It's a shift in your reality, a moment where the air feels heavier, charged with divine purpose. The first sign is clarity, sharp and undeniable, cutting through the noise of your daily grind. Maybe you're stuck in a dead-end job, or you've been praying for direction in a failing marriage, and suddenly, a truth lands in your spirit, clear as day. John 10 verse 27 says his sheep know his voice, and when you hear it, it's like a fog lifting, revealing a path you didn't see before. You might be driving home, radio off, when a thought drops in, not yours, but is telling you to forgive that person or take that leap of faith. It's so vivid you almost pull over. But here's the secret. This clarity isn't gentle. It demands your attention. You feel alive, like every nerve is awake, ready to move. Yet, the enemy hates this moment. The second sign is resistance, and it comes fast like a shadow chasing light. 1 Peter 5 verse 8 warns of the devil prowling. He strikes when Jesus speaks, throwing doubts, fears, or chaos your way. Maybe your boss suddenly criticizes you, or a friend betrays your trust. Try to pull you back into complacency. Old temptations, like that late-night scroll through things you know you shouldn't see, flare up, whispering that you can't follow this call. But don't miss this. Resistance is a signpost, proof you're stepping into something holy. You'll feel the push, like a wind trying to knock you off course, but stand firm. Ephesians 6 verse 13 says to put on the full armor of God, and this is why. The third sign is confirmation, subtle but powerful, like God leaving breadcrumbs for your soul. You might open your Bible and land on Romans 8 verse 28, promising all things work for good, or a co-worker, unaware of your struggle, says something that echoes the whisper you heard in prayer. It's not random, it's divine. You'll start noticing patterns, like a song on the radio or a stranger's kind word, all pointing to the same truth. These aren't coincidences. They're God winking at you, saying, I see you, I'm here. But here's the hidden warning. You have to stay awake to see them. Doubt can blind you, make you think it's all in your head. The fourth sign is urgency, a fire in your chest that won't let you sit still. Acts 9 verse 6 shows Paul, struck blind, told to go without delay, and you'll feel that same push. Maybe it's a call to start that ministry, to mend that relationship, or to walk away from something toxic. Time feels different. Every second hums with purpose. You might wake up at 3 a.m., heart racing, knowing you need to pray or act now. But ignore this, and the fire dims. Hebrews 3 verse 15 says, Today, if you hear his voice, don't harden your heart. The fifth sign is sacrifice, and it's the hardest. When Jesus speaks, he asks for something precious, your comfort, your plans, your secret sins. Matthew 16 verse 24 calls you to take up your cross, and it stings. Maybe it's letting go of a grudge you've nursed for years, or walking away from a dream that doesn't align with his will. You'll feel the weight, like Abraham offering Isaac in Genesis 22 verse 2. But it's a holy trade. You're temporary for his eternal. These signs, clarity, resistance, confirmation, urgency, sacrifice, they're not just moments. They're a map. When Jesus speaks, they appear fast, urging you to move, to trust, to follow. Don't wait for a louder voice. Step into it now, because the one who speaks is already walking with you. You felt the signs, the clarity, the resistance, the confirmation, the urgency, the sacrifice, and now the journey deepens, because when Jesus speaks, the ripple effect doesn't stop. It's like a stone dropped in water, sending waves through every corner of your life. You might be sitting in your kitchen, coffee gone cold, replaying that moment when his voice broke through, and suddenly you notice a new sign, alignment. Things start falling into place, not perfectly, but purposefully. Psalm 37 verse 23 says the steps of a righteous person are ordered by the Lord, and you see it now. That random email offering a job you didn't apply for, or that old friend calling out of blue to pray with you. It's him orchestrating behind the scenes. But don't get comfortable. This alignment comes with a catch. The enemy doubles down, and the resistance grows fiercer. You'll feel it in your relationships. Maybe a spouse who doesn't understand your new fire, or a co-worker mocking your faith. James 1 verse 2 calls trials pure joy because they test your faith, and this is that test. You want to shrink back, to doubt if you really heard Jesus. But that's the trap. Push through, because the next sign is courage. It rises in you like a flame, unexpected and bold. You, who used to avoid conflict, might find yourself speaking truth at a family dinner or standing up for someone being unfairly treated. Joshua 1 verse 9 commands you be strong and courageous. And when Jesus speaks, he equips you with a backbone you didn't know you had. But hey, erase the hidden truth. Courage doesn't feel heroic. It feels terrifying. Your knees might shake, your voice might crack, but that's when you know it's moving through you. Then comes conviction, a sign so deep it reshapes your priorities. You start seeing the world differently, like scales fall from your eyes, as in Acts 9 verse 18. That show you used to binge, it feels empty now. That gossip session with friends, it grates your spirit. You're drawn to prayer, to worship, to things that feed your soul. This isn't religion. It's a heart shift, a hunger for holiness that Hebrews 12 verse 14 says we need to see God. But don't miss this warning. Conviction brings isolation. Not everyone will vibe with the new you. Friends might drift. Family might call you extreme. But that's okay. Jesus warned in John 15 verse 19 that the world would hate you because you're not of it. The final sign in this wave is provision. When Jesus speaks, he doesn't leave you empty-handed. You might get a check in the mail right when your car breaks down, or a mentor steps into your life just as you're ready to give up. Philippians 4 verse 19 promises God supplies all your needs, and you'll see in ways that defy logic. But provision isn't always money. Sometimes it's peace in a storm, strength in weakness, or wisdom when you're lost. These signs, alignment, courage, conviction, provision, they build on the first wave, showing you Jesus doesn't just speak and leave. He stays, guiding, equipping, transforming. Don't ignore the pull. Lean into it, because every step you take with him leads to a destiny you can't imagine. The current of his voice surges stronger, and when Jesus speaks, you're not just transformed, you're thrust into a divine narrative that reshapes your entire world. A story so grand it feels like you're standing on the edge of eternity. You've walked through alignment, courage, conviction, provision. But now the signs evolve, pulling you deeper into a purpose that's both exhilarating and daunting. A call that demands everything you are. The first sign in this final wave is vision, not a vague daydream, but a piercing clarity of calling that consumes your thoughts day and night. Proverbs 29 verse 18 declares that without vision, people perish. And you feel it now, a vivid image of what God's placed in your heart. Perhaps launching a ministry to the broken, mending a fractured family, or serving forgotten in your neighborhood. You see it in snapshots, like sitting with a hurting friend, sharing your story of redemption, or standing before a crowd, proclaiming hope. It's not generic, it's personal, etched into your soul. But hey, erase the secret. This vision will terrify you. It's bigger than your experience, your savings, your strength. You might wake up at dawn, heart racing, wondering how you'll ever step into something so vast. That's when the next sign ignites. Faith, raw and relentless. A trust that anchors you when logic screams to turn back. Hebrews 11 verse 1 defines faith as a substance of things hoped for, and you'll feel it stretching you. Like Peter stepping onto the stormy waves in Matthew 14 verse 29, eyes locked on Jesus, defying the wind. Doubts will claw at you. Voices in your head saying you're too broken, too small, too late. The enemy will amplify this, hurling fear, comparison, even memories of past failures to make you feel unworthy. Don't listen. Every step you take, trembling or not, proves he's holding you up. The third sign is community, a divine assembly of souls who see the spark in you and fan it into flame. Proverbs 27 verse 17 says, iron sharpens iron, and you'll find them, a mentor who prays with fire, a friend who calls out your hesitation, a stranger who speaks a word so timely it steals your breath. They're not accidents. They're God's design woven into your journey. But hey, erase the warning. Not everyone will stay. Some will drift. Others will turn cold, unsettled by the light growing in you. Jesus said in Luke 6 verse 22, blessed are you when people reject you for his sake. Let them go. Your true tribe is rising, a circle that strengthens your faith. The fourth sign is impact, subtle at first, but undeniable, like ripples spreading from a single stone. You'll see it in small moments, a kind word lifting a coworker's spirit, a prayer sparking hope in a stranger's eyes, a bold stand for truth inspiring someone to seek God. John 15 verse 8 says you glorify him by bearing fruit, and you'll feel it, the weight of your obedience touching lives you never planned to reach. Maybe a neighbor asks why you're different, or a family member, long distant, opens up because of your patience. Don't let pride creep in. This is his power, not yours. The fifth sign is surrender, not a single moment, but a daily, gritty choice to lay down your will. Luke 9 verse 23 calls you to deny yourself every day, and it's a battle, letting go of your fears, your need to control, even dreams you built that don't align with his. It's like Abraham ascending Mount Moriah with Isaac, heart heavy yet trusting. In Genesis 22 verse 2, you might feel it when you choose forgiveness over bitterness, or when you walk away from a career that feeds your ego but starves your soul. It's painful, like shedding skin, but it's freedom, a holy trait of your plans for his eternal purpose. These signs, vision, faith, community, impact, surrender, aren't a destination. They're a launch pad. When Jesus speaks, they come fast, not overwhelm, but to propel you into a life that echoes through eternity. You might stand at work, feeling ordinary, but you're not. You're chosen, called equipped. Don't shrink back. Run toward him, because the one who spoke is still speaking, crafting a destiny only he can fulfill. Step into it today with every breath, because his voice is your guide and his signs are your map.